Hello, today we're going to discuss arty film called I Think We're Alone Now, and after watching this I was certainly alone. This is a brand new film, comes out today in the States. I have no idea when it's coming out in Europe, starring, the reason I watched this, Peter Dinklage, who's of course from Games of Thrones, just won an award at the Emmys, actor superb. Ellie Fanning, Paul Giamatti turns up from Billions, and basically what happens in this film excuse me, is that there's been a apocalyptic explosion in the States. Only so many people survived. The first 10 minutes sees the Peter character wandering around in a very small town. In fact, it's so small you call it a village where I live, but it's a town. And he goes around checking houses where the people have died and then burying them, and then keeps a map of everything. About 10 minutes into the film, Ellie Fanning turns up. She's a bit of a wild character, and she's the first person he's seen for a long time, and they hook up, and they're very polar opposites, but they get on with a relationship. Then halfway through the film, Paul Giamatti turns up with his wife. Now, I don't want to go into great detail. This film has won several awards on the art circuit. The Sundance Awards, which is of course Robert Redford's special awards, which happened in January. I think it won 3 awards. That's all very nice, but for me, this is one of the fucking slowest movies I've ever watched in my life. A complete waste of cast. I have no idea why they would want to make a film so slow. Now, this is the hook on this. As you heard me say, you've got a Emmy award-winning actor. I think he's one of the best, not because of his size, I just think one of the best actors in the States. You've got one of the best Oscar-winning actors, supporting actors I've seen for a long time, Paul Giamatti. But the problem with this film is, it's just, it is so painfully slow. It is just ridiculous. I don't want to go into great detail. It's by the same people that made The Handmaid's Tale. Now, I've never watched The Handmaid's Tale, but I respect things that win awards. Well, if you watch this film and you never watched The Handmaid's Tale, you would never watch the fucking Handmaid's Tale if somebody gave you 10 grand an hour. Because if it's anything like this, oh my God, it is so slow. I just don't get it. There'll be people that will go and see this. It will be limited release. It has to be limited release. No way will this ever be put in a big cinema. It'll be people that will slag me for saying that this is not the type of film, you know, that you want to go and spend your money on. That's just my personal opinion. I want to give you a background thing. I worked with a director on 2 films in the 70s called Ken Russell. And you can Google him. I worked with him on a film called Marla, which is about the composer Marla. I played Marla as a young boy. Then I worked on the rock musical Tommy, where I was in the musical. I was playing a rock star that came from California with the pop group The Who. Now, the reason I mention this, if Ken Russell would have made this film, they would have slaughtered him, because this looks like a Ken Russell film. And that's a bit unfair to Ken Russell, because he used to make films that people go and see. But what I'm trying to say to you is, there's all this abstract visual thinking that you never actually see anything, and something you think's happened, it hasn't happened. And to be fair, the photography on this is excellent, but it is so painfully slow. Oh my God, it is like pulling teeth. Anyway, let's move on. Excuse me. I want to mention something that I reviewed a long time ago now. I think it's nearly 3 months, and I'm glad that when I do reviews, that even though not many people might see them, you might need to respect a little bit more what I'm saying, because I said in a review, and you can check on it, it's not something I've just put on the website, that Barry was one of my favourite TV comedy programmes of the year. Now, move forward to September, and it's won the award for Best Comedy, Best Actor, and Best Supporting Actor in Henry Winkler. So that gives you an idea. I don't just sit there and go, oh yeah, that's good, I'm going to give you... Like that film I've just watched, if you want to go and see it, that's fine. I'm not going to slaughter it completely. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10. But to be honest with you, it's a waste of time. But that is a good example of things that I like. There are some odd programs that come on and you sit there and you go, wow, that's a bit out there, you know, it's a bit outside the box. Barry's a good example, but I like Barry a lot. And I'm glad to see that it won all the Emmys that he did. I just want to share something with you that I heard earlier in the documentary, and I thought it was brilliant. Warren Beatty, who I think's one of the most underestimated actors in America, I put him alongside Redford. His looks held him back, and I'm being serious about this. I think that his looks, people didn't take him serious. When he did a film in the 60s, it started to become a name, and he moved to Europe, and he came back to make what I think is one of the most poignant films ever made in its era in the 60s, and I'll tell you why in a minute. He made the film Bonnie and Clyde, and I'll tell you why this film is so important in cinema history. He independently produced this movie. They said to him, we can give you 200,000. He said, that's fine. He said, what else do you want? He said, I want 40% of the take. He said, yeah, take it, because Warner Brothers didn't believe in this film at all. And he used violence that had never been seen before in any cinema film in its lifetime. And the photography, if you go back and watch it, it doesn't look dated. They use special photography. Arthur Penn, the director, oh my God, fair play. Gene Hackman's in it, there's loads of it. Fair Dunaway. Anyway, the reason I'm telling you this is how shrewd some people are. So he said to them, I'll take 200,000, which is a lot of money still in 1967. He said, I'll take 40% of the box office. And he made $6 million out of that film alone in the States. Now, we're talking in the 60s. Imagine what that's worth today. So I just want to share that story with you. A good story. So getting back to that film, yeah, well, I said 4 out of 10. I mean, I'm not going to go slagging off the actors because, you know, they're great actors. But really, please God, something comes along at the weekend which I like. You never know. And thank you for all the people who pressed the like button. Leave a comment. If you get to see this in the States, let me know what you think of it. You might think I'm off me bleeding head. I don't mind. And more importantly, subscribe if you want the same sort of straightforward talking. I don't bullshit. I tell it how it is. Have a great weekend. Hopefully I will find something. If not, I'll see you in the week. And all the best to all my people that are subscribed. Thank you very much.